Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch and welcome to my studio. Today we are going to paint a winter lake landscape using a very fun texture. So let's start. For this painting I will use cold press paper. I will use white brush for making big washes, soft brush and synthetic small brushes for details. An important part of the painting will be plastic folio. I will also use some salt for adding texture. I would like to lift up the horizon line a little bit above the middle to make the bottom part, the lake part, our main hero. And I would like to reduce the amount of trees so they would not compete with each other. So I will just add a small line, the idea of forest in the mountain, and one part of the mountain is still on the sunshine and the other part is already in the shade. So not to forget about that, I will just map out my sunny part and the shady part. I will glaze only the upper part with clean water. I try to remove all the puddles and distribute water evenly. It's also important to give your water about a few minutes, 1-2 depending on the air at your place, to soak into the fibers of the paper. At the same time I will create mix for the sky. I will use just phthalo blue with a hint of sepia to desaturate it a little bit, so the sky will be a little bit more calm and interesting, like this. For the mountain spot, I will use raw sienna, burnt sienna, and a little bit of phthalo green in mixes. We can start to paint. I will start to paint from the sky part. The upper part of the sky is brighter than the bottom part because it's more far away from us and there is an air perspective comes into the account. I would like to paint the upper part very soft, loose, in very wet and wet technique, so it would not draw attention from the lake. So imagine if you take a picture and you don't want to have that part in focus. I would like to distribute a little bit the sky like this. And now with my bright raw sienna I will paint this sunshine part. And I will paint with burnt sienna. I will add some details with burnt sienna. And now comes sepia. Sepia I would like to mix a little bit with phthalo green to create this very dark, deep olive green color. And I can paint a little bit with the tip of my brush. I hold it vertical and I create something reminding about trees, clusters. Try to paint them uneven. It should not look like a fence. You can also lift a little bit your paper, and so your paints will move towards the end. That will also create nice ideas of brush strokes, of how everything grows. I don't like this puddle. I dry my brush with a paper towel, and with one move I go around and distribute the paints. Be careful if you see that your sky gets dry, don't do that. Now I will take wooden toothpick, add just a few ideas of the trees. One thing we can do to add a little bit of salt, and I would suggest that you use it carefully, just on small part. Don't salt all the mountain. For example, only the shady part, like this. And now it's very important that you let it all dry. Once the upper part is dry, let's glaze the bottom part, the lake part. I try to be careful next to the horizon line and do not touch the upper part. I would rather remove this white stripe with a smaller brush. But on the bottom part you can apply and distribute water very bravely, like this. And again, while water soaking into the paper, I will create a nice mix for the lake. I will need a nice amount of phthalo blue. Don't be greedy. It's very important that you will paint now with bold colors. So you add a lot. If you paint from tubes, it would be easy. You can just squeeze a nice amount from your tube. And I will mix it with sepia. It will help me to make this beautiful deep turquoise shade, and also it allows me to make it even darker. Bold, nice, beautiful mix. I squeeze my brush so I would not lose a lot of nice materials. I will leave the mix for now. I will switch my brush. And you remember that our mountains, they create the reflection in the lake. So with my smaller brush, I will add few reflections. I try to, so to say, to mirror the placement of color shapes. So if I see I have a lot of red, orange in this corner, I would like to add the same proportion right here, and a little bit everywhere around, like this. Don't overthink it. We will add texture, and if you did something wrong, it will probably vanish very soon. Just like this. Now it's would be a nice moment to remove that white stripe between horizon line and the lake. Now comes the lake part. We will start to paint lake from bottom to top, because bottom should be the most bold color. Try to apply your brush strokes uneven. You can leave a little bit of white spaces between. What's important, that you paint with bold and wet colors. They should not be dry. Your mix should have enough of water in it, but be pretty bold. You can paint with the tip of the brush once you get to the top, and you can paint on the top of your orange, of our reflection part, a little bit. You can do even things like this, squeezing everything down to use more of our precious colors. Right now it looks nice. And now comes the fun part. We will need plastic folio slightly bigger than the size of your work, and then you try to arrange your plastic folio on your painting. You see it already creates the texture, and you can influence it a little bit now, so you can set up the direction of the lines. Usually it's nicer if you have smaller folders on the top, smaller sections, smaller folders on the top. I'll just make some experiments, move it, lift it a little bit, and see how everything moves around. Don't overthink it. It's always comes as a surprise, all these textures. Can't really predict and influence much on this, but let's see what we will get. Now you need to leave it dry. Usually it takes a couple of hours, and you should not touch the folio until it completely dries. Now the most fun part is coming. So we just carefully lift up our folio, and we have fantastic texture of frozen lake. Now I removed the tape, and our winter lake is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you liked this trick with plastic folio and have a lot of ideas how to implement this texture. Please let me know in comments what would you like to paint next, and see you soon. Bye bye.